What's up, guys, and welcome back to another video. Big game. South Africa taking on Argentina in Argentina in what could be an absolutely unbelievable battle. South Africa have the opportunity of winning the Rugby Championship for the first time in a decade. Argentina have the opportunity of really turning around what's been not the greatest of tournaments for them. They were all talk. It was big hype for them with the Super Rugby. They did outstanding with the Jaguars, really getting to that final, playing absolutely incredible rugby, dominating the Southern Hemisphere teams, taking on the SA Log and winning that, which was unbelievable achievement for them. They've really came a long way. Coach, team gelled together well, and Argentina looked good last year too. Towards the end of the year, and they showed a lot of growth, a lot of strength, and having the great Super Rugby year that they had, all talk was on Rugby Championship. Could they cause an upset? People were predicting them to be second, South Africa third, Australia fourth. There were a lot of it. I read articles about it, and it's not the case this year, but they do have an opportunity of not hitting that wooden spoon if obviously Australia have to lose. So it's a big game for them. They are known to be very strong at home. They're a dominant bunch. They're a passionate bunch. They're a terrifying bunch. They're an attacking bunch. And that, having said that, Springboks need to be alert as they go ahead on this battle. It's not going to be easy. I mean, you think, okay, top of the log, you're playing Argentina, favourites to win, you should win, but you're in Argentina, it's a totally different ball game, and that's one thing I've learned. You cannot write off a home team because they have the crowd, they have the energy, they have the fierce, the boost of the crowd, which is truly unbelievable, and that will give Argentina one hell of a boost as they approach this game, and they're going to also want to turn around the poor starts that they've had. Big thing for them, discipline scrums. If they can get that right this weekend on Saturday night, then they are already on the road to recovery, because that honestly is the weakest point. Handling errors is also an issue, but it's an issue for South Africa as well. But the scrummaging has been the weakest out of everything. It was in Super Rugby, it was now in the Championship, and that's why Australia picked up the win, because they just couldn't capitalise on the scrum. Discipline, making silly penalties every now and then, not capitalising on kicks, which are extremely important. Nicolas Sanchez needs to be fully focused on this game and really capitalise on points, because we know Andre Pollard has been solid under pressure. So Argentina really need to be alert for this game and really need to come out firing. Otherwise, they're going to come short, and we're going to see South Africa walk them. But again, I don't think it's going to happen. I think it's going to be a solid, committed game between both teams. I'm interested to see the squads. This was recorded before the squads were announced, but I know Rusty's going in for the big boys. Dwayne Vermeulen will probably be captain again. Andre Pollard and Faf de Klerk will start it. All I'm asking, I love Faf to bits. I think he's a great player, but less box kicks, Boykie, because Argentina are nippy buggers and they can run and get through us. So less box kicks. Focus on what you're good at, and that is running. If you can do that, we can win. Look at Herschel Yankees. When that boy runs, we score tries. 2 games, 3 tries. There's your example. Follow that way. The front row, Kitsoff, Malherbe, and Marks, they were solid in the first game. But as soon as Beast in Nikanye and Bonambi came on, totally different ball game. So that excites me, that the bench is solid and backs us up, which is what we need. So I'm excited for that. Eben, Peter Steph, the toy. I mean, he is just a machine on his own. I'm excited to see him. We got Franco Mostert. Probably will start too. Really going to be an epic battle. This is an important week again. If selected for Kocha, he's going to really need to take it on. This is going to be a big one for pressure talk. Sia Khaleesi's obviously on the mend. He's going to play for Province this weekend. So Kocha needs to leave a good impact so he can be solid, a bench replacement or be in the lineup. So he needs to put in a solid performance this weekend. As for the centres, I hope Estes gets selected and Delanda comes off. I'll hope to see Francois Steyn still there. Curious to see what he has to do. And at fullback, you've obviously got Willie Leroux and maybe Gallant will come on. So it's going to be an epic game. If he selects the solid Springbok squad, hey, B Springbok squad is still just as good. They can definitely do it. They just need to be patient, hold their own, focus on their handling errors. Discipline needs to be on point because that could lose us a game. And we need to play running rugby instead of this ping pong kicking crap that I hate. I want to see solid running rugby. Why are the All Blacks the best in the world? And why do they always score tries? Because they run the ball. They are terrifying. When they don't play the running game, they lose or they draw. So, lesson learned again. Follow in their footsteps. Learn what your competitors are doing. Because the tries, the runs, the skill, we have it in them. And another thing for the Springboks that they need to do, and this goes for Argentina too, when you're on the try line, score a damn try and don't lose the ball. Because we tend to do this on a number of occasions. And Argentina are just as guilty for this when they play. They did it against New Zealand and they did it against Australia. They won 2 lineouts against the All Blacks. And they just couldn't capitalize. That would have changed the total game. So for Argentina, they really need to get their facts straight. If you win a line out and you're on the try line, you need to drive that ball or get it out and score a try. Same goes for South Africa. So, having said that, gets to the predictions, which is going to be very tough because I respect both teams and I really want my Boks to win. I want to see an improvement. I want to see a championship team. There was talk today in an article that the teams that won the championship or Tri Nations has never won the World Cup. Not very motivating, but who knows? Hopefully South Africa can break that curse if we win the Rugby World Cup, which would be absolutely unbelievable. Let's take a look at the history briefly of the encounters between these fantastic nations. Last year, 2018, 25 August, Argentina 32, Springboks 19. That was the last time in Argentina. Then we played on the 18th of August, South Africa 34, Argentina 21. So that already showed how Argentina had really started coming back and bouncing back and developing. The time before that in Argentina, 23-41 to South Africa. So we have definitely got their number in Argentina, but we need to be solid and take on the opportunity. It's not going to be easy. We're playing in Salta, so it's not going to be a walk in the park. We're going to have the crowd on our side, on their side, and everything. So it's going to be epic. And the worst part of it, and I mean this, you've got the worst referee in world rugby, Poit, who's refereeing a game who could stuff it up for either South Africa or Argentina. So I'm not saying it because I'm South African. He could stuff the game up for both because, let's face it, if we have to put on a poll who the worst ref in the world is, a lot will agree with me and say it's Poit. So that's a negative going forward. But hopefully we forget about the ref and just play solid rugby so we don't allow him to penalise us. We don't allow him to cause chaos. So having said that, I think the first half is going to be attacked by both ends. We're going to see tries from both teams, and then it's going to come down to second half where South Africa's bench is going to come on, and I reckon Argentina are going to get tired. And what they've done in the past, not quite get it at the end of the game, and South Africa are going to win. Points scored, I hope at this point, I really do. So I'm hoping more than 10, but I reckon it's going to be an between 8 and 12 point victory. I think it's going to be. I hope it's more because we're going to need more. No disrespect to Argentina, but I think it's going to be a solid encounter, and Argentina have a lot to prove, South Africa have a lot to prove, which means it's going to be an intense battle. So all the best to Argentina, all the best to South Africa. Boys, make me proud. Let's win this championship. And I'll see you guys for the recap. Give this video a like, subscribe if you are new, and I'll see you real soon for another one. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Always appreciate the support. Stay safe and never give up. Cheers.